Here we go, boy. Okay guys, so Arcane is done and it's time for us to log on to other cinematics, and as always in part 1 react to them, and in part 2 dive right back in to talk about like filmmaking techniques, visual effects and so forth. And we are starting with last week's announcement about Jedi Survivor, which is the sequel to Fallen Order. Now, as most of you guys know, Star Wars actually holds quite a special place in my heart whether it comes to the movies or the actual games, and it has been an absolute inspiration when it comes to actually me going into filmmaking, going into visual effects, and even planning my own Star Wars short called Lineage of the Force that it has been actually postponed from last year, but it will be in the works again. So hit a follow on the Insta to see what's been happening, and before we hit play, I actually want to share with you guys my everyday carry, the Ridge wallet. This is the Force Carbon edition and it is with me most of the days out of the week, but actually I've been fortunate enough to own quite a few of the Ridge wallets, from the Bird Titanium edition to the Damascus Steel, which by far has the heftiest feel of quality ever. The Ridge wallet is my go-to choice when it comes to downsizing and simplifying my wallet. It holds up to 12 cards plus room for cash in the bag, whether it is the clip edition or the band. There are over 30 colors to choose from with lifetime warranty, which is pretty epic, and with over 40,000 reviews, the Ridge wallet is the definitive choice when it comes to a slick, minimal and rigid wallet. So guys, if you want to join me and the Ridge wallet club, click my link in the description and use code Connor and you're gonna receive a sick 15% off. And keep in mind guys, coming and these make for a sick gift. So with that said, let's fire up YouTube and check out Jedi Survivor. Full screen and 1, 2, 3. I'm excited because we actually haven't checked the Star Wars cinematic for quite some time.
Tell me.
Oh, the ship.
Why lead when they won't follow?
What is that?
Fight.
Here we go, boy.
You can't win. What is your next move, Jedi?
That looks so sick, man. But what is it? There we go. Oh. Ah, 2023. I'll survive. I hope you guys survive as well. Leave a like, cause that was epic. Come on, mouse, you can. Freaking Bluetooth, guys. That was sick, man. So very quick trailer announcement teaser, which is annoying, but I understand. So, baby doll.
A few moments later.
So I've actually got nothing from the teaser, like the story or what's gonna happen and so forth. And I think that they've actually taken quite a creative, abstract kind of like thing. Like I'm sure, like exactly, for example, that dude is gonna play a role, whoever he turns out to be. But who Kyle was fighting with the red lightsaber and so forth, I don't know exactly how many of those that is actually gonna translate to the final game. You know what I mean? I think they're teasing us, and some things when it comes to teasers don't always end up being in the actual game. But I'm sure we're gonna have some epic boss fights because the first game was super good when it came to that. So with that said, guys, let me know what you thought of the teaser down below. Have you played Fallen Order and what were your thoughts? And let's jump right back and talk about the teaser trailer and some cool things that happened. Play. Not actual gameplay. I mean, yeah, but still, it should be made for next gen, so we should expect some sick graphics. So we're introduced to some very quick shots of random things, because they're quite close up, so you cannot establish many things. Now, this is very interesting because this person, whatever it is, in the capsule, basically, they instantly introduce kind of like that theme within the second shot, so it must play a really important role. Third kind of beat, we have all the studios within.
Tell me, Countess, what
They're introducing the ship.
when they won't follow?
So we have a kind of like a bad Inquisitor guy, I'm guessing, because this is taking place with Vader in control, but this guy is obviously not that, so I'm guessing an Inquisitor. Then we get a topside view. I really like the artistic direction when it comes to this.
Why fight?
That's what I want to talk about. Now, like I told you guys, one of the reasons I got into filmmaking is because I think as every kid took the broomstick and pretend to have it as a lightsaber. So I wanted to know how I can actually turn one to a lightsaber, and from then we went on. So
Why
I want to talk,
fight?
there we go, about what it takes to make a sick lightsaber effect, because it's one of the most worldwide visual effects that are taught online, even with my own tutorials, even though by now they're a bit old, I'm not gonna lie. But I want to talk about what it takes to make a sick lightsaber. And if you guys have seen Star Wars Duel of the Force, you've seen kind of like my live action to them. Now, it had some issues and some limitations at the time, but basically what you need to do to create the most epic lightsaber is the following. You need to rotoscope every frame individually. That will create the most accurate blade visual effect on it, because what you will see in most YouTube videos, the blade drifts, like it's not actually stuck on the lightsaber. So in order to actually fix that, you do need to go through the painful and tedious project to rotoscope frame by frame. Imagine a single second is 24 photographs, but it will pay out at the end because it is an unmatched kind of like way of tackling this. Now, the second thing you need to do is to go, depending on the scene, and adjust your glow settings. The third thing is to actually put an exposure flicker effect so that the lightsaber is not a constant source of light, but it has tiny flickering moments, and wherever it moves or it stands still is not a constant beam of light, because a constant rate of a lightsaber just being like the same kind of like brightness constantly does not make it justice. Like that tiny flicker sells it way more. And then the final thing is that upon impact, which I didn't do that because of how complex it was at the time, you should introduce spark hits. So if you go here, as they're gonna hit, boom, that. Ooh, it's just perfect, man. Let's go frame by frame. So there you have an impact, and upon impact, they're introducing lens flare effects. So if you go one frame next, boom, we see a lens flare here, which lasts about 3 frames, I would say. And then we have the sparks going all over the place. Boom. It really sells it, man. It's really amazing. Another thing that you need to keep in mind when it comes to lightsaber effects is that you need darkness. The darker the scene, the more amazing the lightsaber looks, because it's a light-based effect. So when it's bright day, it doesn't feel as dramatic because it's way too bright. But the darker the setting you have, the more awesome the lightsaber becomes. Now, of course, you need to adjust your settings whether you're shooting on a bright day or you're shooting on a dark environment, and those glow settings will be way different because When it comes to a bright day, you need to put way more glow effects and saturation effects to really make the lightsaber stand out. And when it comes to the dark scene, you don't have to work as much because, like, again, it's a very heavily contrast scene. So that's how you make a sick lightsaber. It takes a really long time to make it right, but if you do spend that time, it's gonna be an epic result. Of course, sound design plays a massive role as well. If you guys notice here, if we play it one more time, how heavy the sound feels, as if we can feel the heat of the lightsaber.
You can't.
Epic.
What is your next move, Jedi?
So they really build it up with the sound and the soundtrack and all of that, and now the trailer kind of like reaches its high point, makes a tiny beat kind of like drop to intrigue us even more with what's going on there, and it will end on a high note again with kind of like just leaving us with questions. So this is the point of a teaser trailer or a trailer in general, is to leave us wanting more, wanting answers, to speculate, go in the comment section and be like, I think this guy is that, no, you're wrong, this guy is that, and all of this builds the hype basically, and is the essential purpose of a teaser trailer. Build hype, entice the audience, show as little as possible with the most enticing kind of like result possible. So artistically amazing, man. You just gotta love that shot. No. Totally epic. I don't mind waiting because I know that these guys are gonna make a sick game. Because the thing is, back in the day, a few years back, EA made the statement that single-player, story-driven games are dead, and they were so wrong. And then this came out, and it just took everyone by surprise of how amazing it was. And EA, thankfully, listened to that, and they're back at it. So I couldn't be more excited. I really trust the guys. You can really tell they love Star Wars and they want to make the best game that they can. And like I said, guys, you saw me, I have the Steelbook edition of Fallen Order, so I'm gonna be getting this as well. And I don't know, guys, about you, but I'm super excited. So let me know in the comment section what's your thought of this teaser, the art style, the direction, the lightsabers, if you have any lightsaber specific questions and so forth. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, stay awesome and creative.